Welcome back to my channel, guys. So today we are making shrimp kebabs and shrimp skewers. The weather is warming up and we like to eat a little bit lighter when it gets to summertime and springtime. So we're making two versions. The first version is going to be like a Caribbean jerk shrimp skewer, and then the second one, because my husband is West African, we'll be making West African inspired roast shrimp with a spicy tomato and peanut butter marinade. So that's what I'm fixing up now. Okay, this is not the authentic way. I am using a lot of like Americanized substitutions. If you want to make it the authentic way, we're starting with tomato paste. For it to be authentic, you want to use at least one small to medium sized onion and at least one Scotch bonnet or habanero pepper. You want to blend that or put it in your food processor and mix that together. Add that in with the tomato paste. If we're using the substitutions, onion powder and cayenne pepper work just fine. So I have about 9 ounces of tomato paste, which is 1.5 of the 6-ounce tins. I added 2 teaspoons of onion powder and about half a teaspoon of the cayenne pepper. You want to start small with the cayenne pepper because you can always build up, but you can't take it away, right? After that, we need to add some lime juice. If you have a citrus juicer, go ahead and use that. If you don't have a citrus juicer, then you want to roll the limes in between your palm and the counter like I did. That kind of smushes up the lime on the inside and it allows more of the juice to come out. And if you don't have limes at all, lime juice from the bottle works perfectly fine. You want to start off with a 1/4 cup of lime juice because like I said, you can always add more, but you can't take away. Now we've added about 1/3 cup of peanut butter. Make sure that you are using the creamy peanut butter. We do not want the crunchy peanut butter. And then we're going to add some Maggi or some chicken bouillon. Now, again, we are using substitutions, so that's why I'm using creamy peanut butter. If you want to stick with the authentic route, then you want to get ground nut butter. You want to try and find like an international market or someplace that you know they sell like African foods, because I honestly have not seen this in the regular supermarkets, I want to say. But the ground nut butter, it's not even like the natural Jiffy or natural Skippy peanut butter. Like, it's literally just ground peanuts. There's no oil, there's no sugar added. Anyway, we are mixing and then we're tasting. So the taste that you want to look for, you want it to have enough salt, you want it to be a little bit spicy, and there is lime juice. You want it to be just a little bit tangy. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it really hits a lot of like savory notes the way the marinade is set up. Don't skimp on the lime juice. The lime juice really adds like another level of depth and flavor to the marinade. You want it's going to be a thick mixture, and so that's why I added some water in there, because you need to thin it out so that way it can coat your shrimp and, you know, actually like get the flavoring onto the meat. So if you need, add a little bit more water, get it to the right consistency. It doesn't need to be thin, but it still needs to be thick, but thin enough to be able to spread onto your meats. Okay, so go on ahead, mix that up. So as you can see, I've tasted it yet again, because you want to make sure that you taste it and get it to the right flavoring before you add it to the meat, right? You want to make sure that everything is good with it, because once you add it onto that raw shrimp, you can't taste it. You know, once you add it onto that shrimp, then you're just waiting to pop it onto the grill or into the oven. Okay, so now we're cleaning shrimp, deshell them and devein them, and then we are also going to rinse them out in the sink. And for that, I'm going to use again some lime juice. Just kind of like squeeze a little bit of lime juice on there. This is how I do it. Squeeze the lime juice on there and then run it under some cold water just to wash it out and make sure that I get any of those extra like black lines out of the shrimp. Once we've done all of that, I separated the shrimp, so this is about half. It's probably like more than half, but we're just gonna plop the seasoning onto it and mix it up. Yeah, make sure that you get it all nice and evenly coated. Our second batch of shrimp that we're making with the jerk, like I said, we're just using the store-bought jerk seasoning. I'm using mild because the kids don't like it too spicy, and this isn't hard because we're just adding the store-bought seasoning. Allow that to mix up, and then we're going to put these things to the side, let it sit and marinate for at least an hour. We are going to prep now some bell peppers and some onions. You can either use the regular yellow onions or some sweet Vidalia onions. Once that's prepped, we are going to add them to our skewers, and we're just going to alternate bell pepper, shrimp, onion, bell pepper, shrimp, onion. Add them up. We did the peanut butter. Now this one is the jerk one. So this is what it looks like. With the peanut butter, you're still going to have a lot of extra marinade. Plop that on there because it doesn't hurt. Once you get, if you're putting it into the oven, throw it into the oven at about 375, and because it's shrimp, it's not going to take that long. And on the grill, you know, just wait till it gets nice and seared. With summertime here, I know that we'll be grilling more, so give the recipe a try. Let me know how you like it down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.